You're listening to FM 76 in the morning.
Good morning, West Virginia. You're listening to the Jeffrey and Joey Show, the only show still live on the air. I'm your host, Joey.
And I'm Jeffrey. Hope you're all having an easy commute out there.
That's right. Traffic today looks pretty light. Actually, non-existent.
You need living people for traffic, otherwise it's just litter.
And I still managed to get here late this morning.
Classic Jeffrey.
Well, I just found it hard to get out the door. And then I realized I'm carrying 400 pounds of ammo on me.
Well, we've certainly all been there.
I remember a time when I could carry an infinite amount of weight for 400 hours.
Yeah, and I used to be able to survive without eating or drinking. I'm just not that young anymore.
That wasn't all. There's this huge death trap causing all sorts of delays off the 107.
And I assume you mean a literal death trap?
Oh yeah, flamethrowers and everything. I even found this holotape from someone on location.
How did you get that?
Oh, just by commiserating with a fellow human about a mutual predicament.
Were they alive?
It's a pretty weird question.
I'd love to know the answer.
And I'd love to hear this holotape. Why don't we play it?
I've made it so far, but now I don't know what to do. This trap is impossible to get past. To anyone who finds this, bury me with my teddy bear collection. It's the only thing I truly loved.
Well, that sounds like a rough morning.
Definitely dead
A
then.
reminder to all our listeners, be safe out there.
I passed the same trap just the other day. I just walked around it. It wasn't even that hard.
Sounds like they're not the only one having a rough morning.
No, they probably were, because I don't think anyone else is having a morning at all.
Well, I think you're forgetting our dedicated listeners.
I'm not convinced that we have listeners. Who would listen to this? Anyone else that's still out there has more important things to do, like gather resources or build a shelter or fall into easily avoidable death traps.
Well, hey, if you're not dead and you're listening to the show, be sure to give us a call. We would love to hear your thoughts.
I'm not sure that I'd want to talk to anybody who did call. I don't even like talking to you two.
Well, would you look at that? Our first caller of the day.
Year.
Hi there, you're on the air with the Jeffrey and Joey Show. How alive are you?
Illuminating.
Do you really want to meet that person?
Yes, I do. In fact, if any listeners are nearby the radio station and they make it here by the end of the show, they'll receive an entire lifetime supply of empty Nuka-Cola bottles. Maybe even 2 lifetime supplies. We'll see what we have.
That actually reminds me. Last night, me and a couple friends were out on the town.
Friends doesn't mean people.
Well, one of them was a new guy I just met. The other was a talking toaster.
There it
The
is.
funniest thing happened. The new guy got stuck inside his power armor without any fusion cores. So me and Mr. Toasty, we went over to his camp, destroyed his whole cornfield.
Well, that sounds like a wild night. Did you see that nuke go off?
Oh yeah, that was also me.
See, this is what I mean. Everyone's either dead, dying, or him.
Hey, don't listen to him, folks. After the show today, we'll actually be hosting our very first FM 76 charity rescue mission. We're gonna go find some missing first responders. That's right, real, living people.
No, they're not. They're all dead. They're always dead.
You're being a real bummer today.
Have you actually looked, either of you? Have you tried to follow every little message and clue you could? Maybe thought to yourself, this time it'll be a living person, but then you just find a holotape or a talking toaster or another dead guy. Do you know how many people have ever listened to this show at the same time? I do. It's 24. And 3 of them were us. And I think the rest are gone now because they just showed each other for fun. Stop it.
Oh, sorry. Read the situation wrong.
There's no point. Why even make this show? Nobody's tuning into this show.
Oh, hey, breaking news, everybody. We have our giveaway winner here in the studio. Have a seat, friend. You're looking alive and non-threatening.
It's nice to meet you. Thanks for stopping by. What's your name?
Ta-da!
Hey everyone, don't do drugs unless your drug of choice is giving us money on Patreon. Then do it a lot.
Why would anyone do drugs when they can just mow a lawn
That's
instead?
somebody else's bitch and be sued for copyright infringement.
Why would anyone do drugs when you can just donate to Door Monster on Patreon instead?
Thank you.